Welcome to another quickie over here at High Value Shan, where not only is Shan a high value man, so is the content. Pretty girls, are you single and having trouble landing a man? Pretty girls I'm talking to. You know who you are. You know if you that pretty girl. You know the ones that can get into the club without waiting in line. The bouncer comes and pulls you out of the line, takes you straight in. Usually hang out in the VIP section. Never buy a drink because drinks are always being... Pretty girls. You know a few of the pretty girls. The one you can't sit with us. Those pretty girls. The physically attractive. Everywhere you go, you're complimented on your looks. Are you single and having trouble? Is this girl part of your club? And is this the same argument that you're having yourself? Take a look at this.
My question is, why are these beautiful women single, bro? Why the fuck am I single, bro? Why the fuck am I single? Guys, I've been single. I'm gonna be single. Oh my god. I'm gonna be single for 4 fucking years now. In a few months, bitch. I haven't had a boyfriend, like, officially. No, dude. And I just think about it and I look at myself and I'm like, bitch, you're fucking pretty, bitch. Like, I'm not trying to sound like, you know, I'm egoistic or whatever. But, like, dude, I'm pretty. Bitch, I got an ass. Bitch, I got my own place. I make my own money. I cook. I clean. I do señora shit. And I'm not even a fucking señora. Like, I got long hair. I'm Latina. I got a good personality. I'm funny. Sometimes I got an attitude, but I'm not like crazy. Is it that hard? Like, is it that hard finding a good, genuine person? Fuck, bro. Am I gonna be single forever? No mames, güey. Tal vez me voy a morir sin nadie. Fuck, guys. I'm kind of freaking out. Like, is it that fucking hard, bitch? Anyways, I'm gonna go cry.
Even the pretty girls, the physically attractive girls, are having trouble finding a man. Why is that? Why are the pretty women having issues finding a man? The answer is, you're not. You're not having a problem finding a man. You just keep overlooking the good ones. Pretty women have a DM inbox full of good dudes that they just continue to overlook. You need to stop overlooking the good dudes, ladies. You see, women were sold this bill of goods long time ago, where they were told that it doesn't matter what time it is, doesn't matter how old they get, they can just go to the man tree and just pick a man off the man tree. She was told that she could just go and grab a man off the man tree and it should be fine. You can get him when you're young, you can get him when you're middle age, you can get him when you're older, and you'll be good to go. And you know who told her that? Her auntie. Y'all aunties, y'all single aunties out there that's telling you to get your shit together and get your career together and get your bag and don't worry about it, girl. You got plenty of time. Your single aunties out there telling y'all that you don't need no man right now to get your shit together and he'll have a man anytime. And you didn't at one time think to yourself, well, why you don't got one? Auntie, why you always showing up at the cookout by yourself? Auntie, why you don't have a man, but you telling me the advice that I need to do to keep one? See, us men, we can't tell women what to do because we're not women. My advice is generally for men on what to do, but I can tell women what not to do because I'm a man. As a man who dates women, I can tell women what doesn't work. It's incumbent upon women to tell women what actually does. And by and large, you got those aunties out there telling women, girl, this is what you should do, and so on and so forth. And I said, how's that working out? How's that working out for you ladies? You were told that you could just go to the man tree, and it's like going to the grocery store. You know, you can go pick out your tomatoes or squeeze them and check for the ripeness. And when you find the tomato that you like, you just put it in your cart and go to the checkout stand and just check out, and you just buy vegetables just like that. Got the perfect tomato. And so you were told that you could just go to the man tree and just check them out, and this one looks good, and it's just as tall as you like, and as thick as you like, and as ripe as you like, has enough juice inside is that's gonna keep you satisfied, and just pick it off the tree and you're good to go. And what's happening is you go into this tree and you picking them off, and they biting into them, they all rotten, right? Because you were told that you can go get a good man off the man tree at any time. That's what she was told. And I don't like to judge a book by its cover. You know, I don't. She's a pretty girl right here. Look at her. You know, and she does all the right stuff, right? She cooks and she cleans. She does senora shit, and she's not a senora yet. You know, that cooking and cleaning is a good thing. You know, we like that. I know we use cooking and cleaning. That's those two terms, cooking and cleaning, as if it's the 1950s where we're buying you a vacuum for your birthday. No, it's not like that. Cooking and cleaning speaks to a whole lot more of a personality. It's just those two words are the monikers for encompassing that whole personality. You know, in a relationship, in a marriage, the husband and wife together could be cooking and cleaning depending on the dynamics of their house and how they got shit set up. But the cooking and cleaning thing, and that we put that on women, speaks to a broader message other than just scrubbing walls and fucking and cooking all the time, right? So she cooks and she cleans. She does senora shit, you know. She's pretty, you know. Got an ass, and she got her long hair, and she says she has her own place. You know, she makes her own money. She got an attitude sometimes. She's funny. She has all the things that she believes that men want. She has all the things that she believes, keyword, she believes that men want. She's a pretty chick. She has options, but she only wants one type of guy. Don't like to judge a book by its cover, but I guarantee you she probably only likes one type of guy. And when she says she wants this good, genuine man, it's not hard to find him. I guarantee you if I was to dig through her email or her DMs, I'd find a ton of good, genuine men that's interested in her, but she overlooks those guys because she's looking for that one type of man. The one that she asks for is not hard to find. Getting that guy is not hard. In fact, for women, getting men is not hard to do. But what type of man are you entertaining, ladies? What type of man is she entertaining? You see, women, you guys give access to sex. And so sex appeal is all you need to get a man's attention. So getting a man is not a problem. Her complaint is keeping a man. I don't believe her argument is she can't get a man. Most of you ladies don't have a problem getting a man. Keeping a man is the issue. Her last relationship is what she's talking about. She hasn't been in a relationship in 4 years. I'm sure she's been on dates in the last 4 weeks. Does she know what it takes to keep a man? You know, she cooks, she cleans, she does all of that stuff, but does she have the right attitude? Does she feed into the sensibilities of that man? When's the last time she complimented somebody? When's the last time she filled a void that she identified in a man's life without him having to tell her? Did she see a lack in one of the guys that she was dating, and she filled in that void? More often than not, women don't give a shit about anything that a man needs. It's all about them. Selfishness is extremely contagious, and it's running rampant. Selfishness is extremely contagious and it's running rampant. Women seem to believe that everything revolves around them. And any needs of the man that's his business. He needs to worry about that. And her needs is his business too. There's no reciprocation. There's nothing that she needs to do to make sure that he's good. So cooking and cleaning, well, shit, she benefits from that. She eats. She lives in a clean house. Being funny, that's personality. But what about his needs? What about things that do not necessarily benefit her, that only benefits him outside of sex? We ain't talking about sex. Sex, every woman can offer sex. Sex that comes on every model. A vagina comes on every woman. You all have that. And I know you all think that yours is the best. I know you think that all of you guys have the most amazing sex because you've been told that by the guy that's been taking you to Pound Town. The guy that's taking her to Pound Town has been telling her that, but for some reason, for 4 years, she can't land a man and keep one. So next thing you know, your body count is going up and you're giving your body away to all these different guys because you don't know what to do to keep one. You see, men, we give access to the relationship. You give access to the sex. And so it's not hard for you to get a man, especially when you use sex appeal, because that's all you need to get a man's attention. That's all she needs to get a man's attention is a little bit of sex appeal. But to keep a man, to have him cuff you, to have him wife you, to have him want to be with you and realize that you're what's necessary in his life for the rest of his life, oh, it takes a whole lot more than some pussy. It takes a whole lot more than just being funny. Are you doing the things that's necessary? Are you thinking of what's required to make him special? See, back when you talk about her options, she has lots of them. Let's talk about your options, ladies. You pretty and single, you watching this video? You got options, but are you passing them by because you're looking for that certain kind of guy? Are you chasing? The reality is you ladies are chasing the top 10 to 15% of men. You want him to be tall. You want his teeth to be straight. You want him to be physically fit. You want him to be making money, have his own place, have his own car. You have all these requirements. You want him to make you want him to did I talk about money? Yeah, you want him to make a whole lot of money. That's always important, right? It's part of the security part, right? Safety and security. The security part is the bread. I think that's important. You know, and we don't do 50-50 over here. So we'll talk about that in a different video. We don't fuck around with 50-50, but that's what you're looking for. But you're looking for that from 10 to 15% of the men, and all you ladies is chasing that 10 to 15%. And then the other 10 to 15% is Pookies and Ray Rays that's actually having the baby. So the ladies is looking for this small slither of 10 to 15% of men who is high value men. And then you got these 10 to 15% of Pookies and Ray Rays that's out here having the babies, because women are having multiple children by multiple dudes, and those dudes is sharing the same women because these dudes have multiple baby mamas. So this 10 to 15% of dudes is having all the kids, right? And then the women is looking for this 10 to 15% of dudes that they can't get. That leaves 70% of men that you women are just looking past. You're just looking right over all those guys in your DMs who are suitable and could be a perfect mate for you, who will ride with you, love you, do everything that you need him to do. But you don't give a fuck about him because you're too busy fucking and giving babies to Pookies and Ray Rays and chasing after these high value men. And you know, you're ignoring them. And so what's happening is, while you chasing or having babies with these particular guys, you're giving your best years away. You're giving your most formidable beauty. You know, you're born with everything you need. You don't have to go out and become valuable. You're given your value at birth. And when you're in your 20s, when you're in your mid 20s is your most optimal time. is your most optimal time to land somebody. You seen in my last video, you need to land somebody right now if you are under 30 years old. Pick one of the guys who's most suitable for you and lock him down. Pick one of the guys who's most suitable for you if you're under 30 and lock him down, because that is your most formidable year. That is when your sexual marketplace value is at its highest. And to be honest with you, Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is undefeated. And you don't want to wait until you get older, because what happens is when you out here having fun and playing around, and this is for you older ladies too, when you were out there having fun and playing around and taken to Pound Town by guy after guy after guy after guy, and you wasn't feeding into him and doing what's necessary to make sure that he was good, because you were so selfish and the world was all about you and you thought you were the only thing right in a wrong world, and he needed to walk and be fucking praise and pedestalize you, and you realize that didn't work. Now you go out and you look for that beta simp dude. You get older and you start dropping your requirements a little bit, right? You get to the point where you just need somebody who's breathing. And it's tough to find now, ain't it? You had the guy, didn't you? You had him at one time, didn't you? Think about it. You had somebody that loved you, wanted to be with you, probably checked all the boxes that you liked, but you thought you can do better. Because you were told by Auntie and them that you could just go pick another one off the man tree. And so now you out here dating beta simps, dudes that you cannot even respect. And then that relationship don't last. So now you out there with guys that you don't respect, and that relationship don't last. And the guy that you will honor, respect, and submit to, he don't want you. You know what he's doing? He's looking for he's checking for the younger model. He wants the newer model. He don't want the old used car. He wants a new car. He's looking right past you. I know women from 10, 15 years ago, back when they were like in their mid 20s, early 30s, that was out there passing by great men, passing up great dudes who was checking for them, because they thought that they can go pick another man tree off the man, a man off the man tree. And now that dude ain't checking for her no more. They've went through their 30s, getting taken to Pound Town all year after year, month after month, date after date. All they got out of it was some dinner and a hoodie. And next thing you know, she wakes up and now she's in her 40s. And she's looking for that beta simp, but she can't respect him. But the dude that was checking for her 10 years ago ain't looking at her. Instead, he's looking at her once again. Even though he's 10 years to 15 years older, he's looking at it still, that young, mid 20, early 30-year-old chick that she once was. That she didn't pick him then when she should have. That's why we call that no man's land. That's why we call that no man's land. And then if you're lucky, because like I said, Father Time is undefeated. Undefeated. But if you're lucky and you're pretty and older, pretty, older, and single ladies, damn. What do you do? Who do you date? The older guys, you're having trouble with them. The younger guys, they just want to sleep on your sofa and drive your car. What do you do? Can you change your attitude at a later age? Can you be worked with? Can you work with another man's plan? After you got your degrees, after you got your career, after you're headstrong, can't nobody tell you nothing. Do you have the ability to be reprogrammed where somebody who will actually date you and consider you want to keep you because you are understanding and doing things in your older years that you wouldn't do in your younger? Because the attitude you had in your younger years is why you're in the position that you're in now. I know. What do I know? Well, who am I to tell you? But look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Tell me about your report. Oh, that's right. You've been engaged, right? You've been proposed to 3 times. That's a bad look. Don't tell me how many times you were proposed to. That just tells me that that's 3 dudes that either dodged the bullet or didn't want to take you to the altar. That makes you look worse, telling me that you were proposed to and that you had the opportunity to get married, but you didn't get the actual wedding band. I don't care about that. So what do? Do you have the ability to modify your personality to adjust to a man that he's been asking for and men have been wanting all along? Because time is running out. You don't have that much time, lady. Truth is, what men want you to do is to appeal to his sensibilities. I told you there's 5 F's: fit, fine, feminine, friendly, and fun. Fit, fine, feminine, friendly, and fun. Those are the things that men want. All ages. All ages. And if you're looking for a high value man, that's a non-negotiable. If you're looking for a guy that's in his financial stride, a little older, fit, fine, feminine, friendly, and fun is a requirement. And if you can't be that, and I'll give you a class on that. I'll do a video on those 5 F's. I'll get into detail about those. But if you can't be those 5 things, guaranteed, I'm talking about going cold turkey on that independent attitude that you got now, that's gotten you where you are today, that's kept you single and infinitely dating. You're a serial dater. All you get is wine, dined, and taken to Pound Town time after time. If you have the ability to modify your programming, you might have a chance if you are older and pretty. Fit, fine. Fit, fine. You gotta be fit. You gotta be fine. That's a requirement. It just is. Other than that, be prepared for somebody that you can walk all over. Be prepared for a sucker. If you cool with riding into the sunset with a sucker, then this message ain't for you. But if you want a strong man, an assertive man, a confident man, one who's going to lead the family, who's going to protect you and provide for you and do the things that's necessary, you will have to get on his program, period. And if you have the ability to get on his program and be the queen that you are destined to be, you'll have to change your programming, because what Auntie told you back 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago ain't working. It ain't working for you, and it ain't working for Auntie. Look at your Auntie now. You know who I'm talking to. Look at your Auntie. She's inviting you over to come get a plate of food. She comes to the family gathering with her famous potato salad and shit. She comes alone every night talking about some movie, or did you catch the series, or some crap bullshit like that. Ain't no man around. No man around. But she told you to wait. And you didn't think to yourself, why would I wait, Auntie? That ain't working for you. Uncle been gone. My cousin's daddy been gone. Ladies, you're giving your best years early. You're giving your best years, your most formidable years early. And if you waste, this is for the young ladies, if you waste them listening to your Auntie, ignoring men and being selfish and making everything about you, you will be just like your Auntie. And let me tell you something, your Auntie was fine too. She was pretty. Boy, back in the 70s and the 80s, back in the 90s, your auntie was fine. She look a hot mess today because she just don't give it, because she just gave up. Like you are. You think you're gonna be Father Time is undefeated. You think that you're gonna be the exception to the rule? You're not. You're gonna be just like her. Unless you change your ways and get it together now, ladies. Get it together now. Older ladies that can get fit if you put in the work and you pretty. Getting yourself together, getting your skin together, becoming natural. You have a chance too, but you got to reprogram all. And you know how hard that is? A doctor once told me the only thing that generally makes somebody who's over 35 change their attitude and ways is a calamity. So basically, when you got like somebody that's really overweight, it sometimes takes a doctor to tell them that they're going to die in 6 months for them to jump in the gym and get their shit together. Or they got or maybe they had a stroke and, they were on the, deathbed or something like that. And then they snap out of it and suddenly they stop eating pork and stop eating a bunch of bad foods and they go to a plant-based diet and they start working out and getting into the gym because they were told that they was getting ready to die. It's always something tragic that makes people that's older change their ways. For a lot of people, having a man ain't tragic enough until they can't walk no more. Now you 60, 70, 80 years old, you can't walk no more. And you didn't think about that when you was 40 and 50, when you had a chance. When you had an opportunity when you was in your 40s and 50s, you didn't do it. And so I'm speaking to you. If you still got a little bit of prettiness in you and you have the ability to get fit and you think you can change your attitude, you know how hard that will be? It'd be extremely hard. I'm only talking to a small percentage of women that would even be able to make this happen. The rest of y'all is nothing to do for you. It's just, no man's land. Expect just get what they say, buy a dog and die alone. But there's a few of you ladies out there that can make the change. I'm talking to you. Forget the programming that you were given years ago and get it together now. Because time is undefeated. Pretty girls like this one.
I just think about it and I look at myself and I'm like, bitch, you're fucking pretty, bitch. Like, I'm not trying to sound like, I'm egoistic or whatever. But like, dude,
She's not trying to sound egoistic. Because she's pretty. Bitch, you pretty, bitch. But she can't ain't been in a relationship for 4 years. Why? She cooks, she cleans, she got a fat ass, she's small waist, long hair. She's funny. But did she do the things that she needed to do to make that man happy? Or was it all about her? Was it all about her in her relationships? Ladies, is it always all about you and what you want to do? Do you look at your man and see what he needs? What can help him out in his life? That is what's going to bring the ring. That's what's going to make him not want to get rid of you ever. Not the sex. Pussy comes on every model. All women are equipped with that. So that's not it. That's not what keeps us. Get it together, ladies. All right. It's your boy Shan. Subscribe to the channel. Follow the channel. I appreciate you. We'll talk about more of this stuff later. 5 F's. Fit, fine, friendly, feminine, and fun. I said that out of order. Fit, fine, feminine, friendly, and fun. Fit, fine, feminine, friendly, and fun. Those are the 5 F's you need to get together. And then you'll have a chance. And you won't be like this pretty chick that hasn't had a relationship in 4 years. All she's been is getting dated for 4 years. Talk to you soon. Subscribe to the channel. Talk.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, no, no. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel. Tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Amarte es mi maña, que lo que toca mi mano se daña. Pero amor es lo que dicen, como un color entre los grises. Yo nunca te fallé, tú no eres cualquiera. Tú eres la mujer, mi corazón anhela. Pasan por ahí todas esas poses que tú conoces gracias a mi mujer. Ni tu amigo, pero en vivo solo contigo disfruto el show, bebé. Alright, cita, dime pa' dónde vas, que yo te caigo donde sea. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. Somos Adán y Eva, y estoy listo pa' tomar el castigo. Yeah, y todo lo prohibido y los pecados que tú y yo hemos cometido. Pasan por ahí todas esas poses que tú conoces gracias a mi mujer. Ni tu amigo, pero en vivo solo contigo disfruto el show, bebé. Alright, cita, dime pa' dónde vas, que yo te caigo donde sea. Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami.